Hey, coming to you from my bedroom. I am in Mozambique, Southern Africa. I'm 20 kilometers away from Maputo, the capital. And I thought I haven't really talked about my writing, at least not in videos. I've written about it on Facebook, but I haven't really talked about it. So I am writing. There's my laptop, and I just thought I would share a little about my writing. So I started writing a long time ago. I have loved to write, I think, since I learned how to write. And throughout the years, I have coined good stories in my primary school, in high school, and always got good grades for writing. So in a way of speaking, I would say it is what creative writing is. And then in comes social media, and Facebook was my first place where I could write stories. So I have always written. Whether it's good or bad, that's for the reader to tell me, but I have always written. I have not written officially. By this I mean I've not written like as a job, despite having some training in communication. But I'm not so sure we really were trained to write. Not really. And then fast forward, I'm 42 years old, and life has been lifing, and I decided I needed to write. So actually I started writing. I have always had a journal, but the moment I knew I needed to write a book was probably 3 years ago, and I thought keeping my journals was a way of me having reference to what I'd written over time. Sometimes I write every day, twice a day for months on end. Sometimes I don't write for months. So it's many things. But when I started traveling in 2022, my mom passed away, and grief and loss. I just wanted to record what I was feeling. Actually, I did a few videos. So those journals are there, but actually life is interesting because I lost some of them. I left somewhere I thought I would go back and didn't go back. So a bulk of those journals are there. 2024 with my kids. And I decided I needed to document. I needed to document by way of videos, but I also needed to document by way of writing. So I wrote, and in 2024, around April, my friend Nigeria tells me that there's a writing workshop and they need whoever is interested. It was like a competition of sorts because we just needed a number of people to write. And there was a topic, taboo. I think it's Cassava Republic. That was the name of the platform or the people hosting the workshop. So they needed us to write taboo as a topic and submit it. And then on the last day, I wait for last minute and the internet. So the website jams, and it's like I had given it my all. I think for 3 days, I feel like I didn't give enough of myself to my children, given our living circumstances. We're in a small space in a shared apartment, and I just told my children they can do whatever they want to do. I need to focus on the writing. And for 3 days, it was like day, night, because there was a lot. I was trying to remember stuff. I was trying to put together a good story. So it took me 3 days to come up with a good story, despite having written for a long time. So then I'm unable to submit the story. But looking back, had I gotten the opportunity, I wasn't ready to leave my kids for a week because it was they were hosting it, and you needed to it was residential. So fast forward to this year, Feb, another friend, Agi, tells me that there is this publisher who's looking for abstracts from women from various professional backgrounds, and the topic is Do It Afraid. And would I submit? And because it is way past deadline, I should do it as soon as possible. So I look at the 5,000 word piece I had written earlier last year, the one that I didn't submit, and I'm like, I'm not even thinking about it. I'll just edit this to, I think they needed, was it 1,500 or 2,000 words? I edited it and submitted. And I think 3-4 days later, they were like, I'm in. So now, me writing that was like the kick I needed. I had started writing my memoir last year. I actually got a professional, like someone who does nonfiction, to just consult and know the best way to put forward my memoir. And she was like, you're writing, just write. But I'm looking for a publisher. I thought I'd go with that publisher for the first book project, but my partner had someone else in mind, and that was it. So at that point, after submitting this abstract, the 1500 word abstract, I was like, no, I need to finish my memoir. And I think in less than a week, I finished that memoir. I have finished the memoir, who after talking to, I felt we really connected. Her energy was right. I thought her experience, exposure, everything, we just gelled nicely, and I thought, this is who I want to work with. She was actually more expensive than this other publisher, but I thought that's what I wanted. And then the other plus was, she was based in South Africa. My other publisher was back home in Kenya, and I thought maybe I want to try this one who's based in South Africa, because she has networks both in South Africa and in Kenya. So I chose Sally Publishing. And after that, she really loved my book, by the way, really loved it. Took on the editing and everything. So after editing, I think she actually gave me the final copy, was done 3 weeks ago. And we're just finalizing. The cover is done. There's a few things I need to done with the graphics, and that's it. But in all this, my friend, who's also my life coach, shared that she feels as if she writes, and for her, she used to write competitively, but she doesn't have any published works. And she's also a trained teacher of English. So she says it's been so many years since she wrote, and she wants to get back to writing. It's those things you share, like, this is what I'm feeling in my gut right now. And I mean, I just see her share about it, and that's it. Then one day I'm sharing about, I was like, I'd actually love to do a project with women who have been through the most, overcome, and I want to have like a book with thrival stories of women. And because even when I tell my story, as much as there is lots of sadness in it, the key message is transformation and thrival. So I thought, why can't I do this with other women? And as we are talking about the process, as I'm sharing what I'm feeling I want to do that book, I think it was over a phone call, and she's like, how come we haven't done something together? And that's how we came up with 13 titles, meaning 13 books. We have written completed 2 books. One was already picked up by my publisher for the memoir. The other one is done, and now I'm sitting down to begin on the 3rd book. So we are co-authoring books, the 13 books together, and I just thought I'd share my writing journey, because it's happened so organically, like nothing was really planned that has panned out, and things are panning out really well. And at the same time, like anybody can be anything at any age. This is me at 42 right now. Being a writer is like number one. When you ask me what I do, I'll tell you I'm a writer. I am a published author. So yeah, I'm seated here. It is 9:10. For some reason, I'm able to work best at night, write best at night. And if it's not at night, then I do like 3 a.m.s and work till mid-morning. Then I take a break. But for today, I want to see how far I can push. Maybe 2-3 chapters. The ideas are already there, so I'm just wording in my part. My friend Sheila has already done her part, so I'm just doing mine, and then we'll merge the pieces once we are done. So yes, that's pretty much my writing process. Okay, my daughter was crying. So, it happens to be Mozambique is pretty warm compared to southern. We're coming from Zimbabwe, where winter had set in, so it was pretty cold. South Africa is colder. The partner is there right now, but the last 3 days it's gotten so cold. That's why I'm in a beanie and I have washed all my heavy stuff. This is my son's hoodie. That's what I need for the night. I'm in socks. I have my cup of lemon water. So yeah, I'm set for the night. Let's see how far I push this. So, life of a writer, author, mom, mother of 4 at 42. Luckily, kids are on holiday. It's never stopped me anyway. But they're on holiday, so there's no pressure to wake up at a certain time to prepare anybody or to prepare anything. Yeah, so even if I sleep late and sleep in, I'll still be good. So the last time I wrote, I was in Zimbabwe. I think a few days before I moved, I was writing, but I didn't finish. Oh no, the last time I wrote, we had already crossed into Mozambique. Mozambique is huge. I haven't traveled to the Southern African countries. They're very vast. So between Harare and the border to Mozambique was 4 hours. And then we did another hour and a half to the first town, Shimoyo. So that night, was it that night? No, that's not the night I wrote. It's the night after that. So we went to Shimoyo. Then the next day we went to Vilanculos. Yes, it's in Vilanculos that I wrote. So we had a nice small apartment for, was it 2 nights? Yes. So the first night I probably was too tired. So it's the next night. I wrote up to almost 3 a.m. in the morning. And that's where I finished our last book. I'm the one who was doing the final writing. So that's the last time I wrote. So this is probably 6 weeks ago, I think so. Yeah. So we had wanted to start this 3rd book immediately, but there's all sorts of things happening in life, settling down, kids with school activities. There's always something. Then we had this 2-week travel to Asia with my friend and our other friends. I mean, life just been life, yeah. My friend also has her life and her job and her family and whatever else she's doing in her life. So, but we also trust in alignment of the universe. If you're into numerology, when you see 333 or 3 is a lot, you know that you're supposed to dig into your creative juices, and that has been me. I think for the last couple of days was like, okay, I think this is a good time to dive in, and today being 1st of August is perfect time for me or for us to start this 3rd book. It's on love after divorce, and it's going to be an interesting one. Our books are really, they're unique. It's not anything you've come across. I promise you. Our first book is a travel book, and it's awesome. It's awesome. It's just a conversation between me and my friend Shay, and we talk about travel. I'm a mother of 4, divorced, traveling through Africa with my now partner. She's a mother of 3 who lives in the UK, also divorced with a new her relationship is not new, but in another relationship. And I think she has been to over 100 countries. So it's a very interesting book about travel as moms. And I love to travel, but she really travels. I think she's every weekend or every second weekend, she's out of the country going wherever. So yes, it's a book you need to get and read once it's out. Our second book is about what? How can I forget? Our second book is about death. Yes, the gift of death. Yes. Again, she's lost her mom. I've lost my mom. We have a beautiful conversation about death. It is like nothing you've come across, because for us, death made us better humans. It made us grow. It made us thrive. Our grief was chap like this. And you will find out in the book. I don't want to give anything away. So yeah. So our third book, again, will be very unique. So join me in this journey. Buy our books. I promise you will love them.